Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of Be Hustle. Dare to compete in association with Masters recently started a series called Be Hustle, where we talk about these school competitions and college festivals every week. In this week's session, we will be talking about Central India's largest summit, that is I5 2020. And for that, we have with us Harshit Sharma. Let's see what he has to tell us about I5 Summit 2020 and see when and how the summit is going to unfold. Hi, Harshit. Thank you so much for joining us again. How have you been?
Thank you, Alina. I've been doing good. Just waiting for colleges to start again in an offline mode. And recently we also did the video on the Vista. I am Bangalore's Vista, which also received some great response from the B School fraternity. So yeah, today we have something new, something not just about B Schoolers, but a lot more.
Absolutely, and I think that you're right about the Vista video getting a lot of limelight from students. I have
Yeah,
seen a lot of views coming on it, and I hope
yeah,
that this is going to get the same limelight.
yeah.
So without further ado, Harshit, let us tell us something more about I5 Summit 2020 and why is it called Central India's largest summit? What makes it that special?
So the I5 Summit is specifically centered around the fact that entrepreneurship is not just about a single person's idea, but a team spirit, a vision, and a roadmap to go ahead and stand out from the crowd. With this mission and vision, I am Indore in association with IT Indore is going to organize the sixth edition of the I5 Summit. As I talked about, into the sixth edition, this edition is going to be completely different, as the whole edition is going to be held in an online mode. The dates are between 2nd October to 4th October. So it will be a 3-day event, and it will cover a lot of things which we will talk about today.
That sounds very thrilling, Harshit. Now, in that regard, what is this summit going to hold for the young students of today?
So first of all, it's a platform which brings the industry stalwarts, the business leaders, and all the budding entrepreneurs at one place. Make them networking with each other, letting a budding entrepreneur's idea getting all the limelight, and of course you get a lot of funding. And when you talk about numbers, since the last 6 years, more than 140 startups have been funded with more than 2 crore rupees. So that impact is that big. Yes. And when we are going to cover six main aspects of this whole 3-day summit. And yes, it will offer a lot of things.
That sounds like a huge and a very grand event that you're talking about, Harshit. And I am sure that the viewers would be very curious to know more about the I5 Summit 2020.
Yeah.
Harshit, any competition or any summit for that matter is
Yeah.
irrelevant unless it holds some value in the student's life. What value
Yeah.
is it going to add in the participant's life for that matter?
Yeah. So as Alina, you rightly pointed out that it is said to be Central India's largest entrepreneurship summit. You're right in every way, because when I talked about the two domain of participants, both the participants get to experience the workshops, which are specifically for college students first, and workshops which are for startups. And by startups, the workshops means they give you the skill, the soft skills, and the hard skill that you may require to in a funding process. So that is a real added bonus there. And when you talk about workshops for students, they may be in the field of digital marketing or stock markets, so that you get hands-on experience in the industry skills. Now, talking about other facets of competition or other events, there we have the panel discussion, and also we have the leadership series, which again in which industry solvers and business leaders come and share their insights. This was about the events that are being there. Now when I'm going to talk about the events that are specifically there to ignite the spirit of entrepreneurship. First is the Startup Expo, lauded as Central India's largest startup expo. This expo gives you the chance and gives you the opportunity to showcase your idea, a product, or a business concept that you have in mind, and the VCs directly witness it. And if they like it, then you will be having the chance to get in touch with them, and they'll be funding your idea. So it is that big. Now, when I talk about one of their flagship event, which is Get Funded. So what happens in a Get Funded event is top 70 or 75 participants, the teams who are there and showcase their, again, a kind of an entrepreneurship competition. The teams who showcase their ideas or their business concepts, it is again being shown by angel investors to shown to angel investors or VCs. Now, out of those, all those participating startups, top 15 are selected for rounds. So there is a competition come funding process in place where those 15 startups will be competing for the top VC's funding. And not just that, the winning teams also gets a cash prize or let's say prizes in kind worth up to rupees 50,000. So here in Get Funded, you have two opportunities. First, you get the funding for your startup. Second, you win prizes from the I5 Summit itself. And last but not the least, the competition that the event that I'm going to talk about is a bit, what should I say, kind of a Hindi name to it. It's called Chai Pe Charcha. So what this Chai Pe Charcha is, it's not about a competition, it's not about a funding process, it's just a networking event where a lot of budding entrepreneurs, be it a B school student or a college student or someone who is running a startup, they get to directly interact and network with the VCs. So you're not just it's not just about getting the funding here, it's about building your network. So it's a specifically networking event where you get your one shot to try and build your network with the people who matters the most.
That sounds like a pretty grand competition from the way you speak of it,
Yes.
Harshit. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that it definitely holds a lot for the young students out there. Now, as you rightly mentioned, that it is the sixth edition this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, can you mention a few speakers from last year's event who might have
Yeah.
governed the competition of last year so that our audience can get a brief picture of how grand this competition is?
So talking about the last year, the fifth edition of the I5 Summit witnessed some of the industry leaders like the Ashwani Lohani, who is the founder and MD of Air India. Also, we had the Rahul Singh, who is the founder and CEO of the Beer Cafe, a very famous concept that is there. Apart from that, we have one of the prominent speakers from the Ministry of Coal itself, Mr. Anil Swarup. So just to name a few, there were a lot of others as well. Apart from that, there was a lot of corporate partners as well. Like the OYO was there, the SBI was there, Union Bank of India was there. So these were the people who were directly associated with this I5 summit and held a lot of startups.
I think this rightly goes to say that the I5 Summit is held at a very, very grand scale and a very huge scale for that matter.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm sure that this would compel students, future students, and the current students to participate in the many more editions of I5 Summit 2020 and whatever comes after that. Drawing this discussion to a close, Harshit, what according to you is required to stand apart from your competitors in I5 Summit 2020, especially the ones who are looking to get funded?
I think first of all, if you're a B school student or a college student, then you have the opportunity to directly get associated with the I5 Summit. The campus ambassadorship program is live on Day to Compete platform, and you can apply to it. So you'll be having your roles and responsibilities are mentioned there. You can be directly mentioned. The registration link for the startups are already live, and we'll be sharing it soon. Talking about registering it on the D2C platform, the link will be made live around 1st of September. So watch out for that. So by the time we are watching this video, we have high chances that the link would already have been out. So just watch out for that. But what's in it for you? Uh, See, a lot of webinars, a lot of industry sessions are going to be held this year in an online mode. But if you're an entrepreneur, if you have a budding idea and you are dreaming of, let's say, building your idea to a reality, so this is the place for you. There is no case study competition here. There is no marketing or a finance competition here because entrepreneurship is more than that. It covers various aspects and it almost covers all the aspects. So if an entrepreneur, IFF Summit is the place you should be definitely looking forward to.
Absolutely, Harshit. Absolutely. I think you've motivated our audience enough to participate in I5 Summit 2020. Thank you so much for being with us. for sharing your insightful views with us. It was great having you with us again, Harshit. To everybody watching us, I hope you enjoyed this video and our discussion with Harshit. And I hope that you will log on to I5 Summit's page and know more about it and register to the competition and the summit. We will be back with many more such videos again the next week. Till then, stay safe, stay home, and take care.